Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Manchester 2-3 approach. We are somewhere different today. We're just having a few technical difficulties, unfortunately, but we're hoping to get there and get something for you shortly. So just bear with us. We are here, and unfortunately, the bad news is that they're departing out this way at the moment. We'd hoped that the wind should have swung. It hasn't yet. Maybe it will while we're here, and then we'll get them coming in past us. But at the moment, they're heading out past us, so we'll hopefully catch something for you. Just great to have you with us. Again soon. Well, it's gone a little bit quiet at the moment. Got the camera pointing down towards the airport from where we are, so if there is anything that comes through, we'll pick it up. But maybe just in the meantime, just give you an idea where we are today. This is hopefully going to be one of our preferred locations. And we are at the top of Werneth Low, above Hyde, just out in the approach on 2-3. Let me just turn something down a little bit there, so just had my mobile on, so I knew I was coming out to you, because those of you that joined us on our very first stream know that we stood there and talked for 15 minutes and nobody could hear us because the mic wasn't connected properly. So you know, that was the great joys of the technology that we're using these days. I'm not alone up here, I should just point out, I'm not alone. I have got one of my work colleagues with me. I've got Dave with me, who's much into his military aircraft more, I'd say. Would that be right, Dave?
Definitely right, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not too keen on I don't really know a great deal on civilian aircraft, but
well, now's your opportunity to get better.
yeah, you're right, yeah, I've got to learn.
Yeah, you got to learn these things, eh? When you live where we do, and they're over the top of us all day long, and yeah, so Dave spends all his spare time going down to the Mac loop or listening to his scanner at home, so he's used to listening to the aircraft, just not so much seeing them come past us, which today all we're getting at the moment is the odd one departing out of Manchester past us, and the high level stuff going over the top of us. Do drop us a comment in the chat below, and if you'd like us to try and show some of the things going over the top of us, we can give it a go. At least we'll see some aeroplanes. But the wind was supposed to swing round and would have meant a runway change to 2-3, so they would have been coming in past us, which is what we'd planned for. Mother Nature had other ideas at the moment, so you never know, maybe it'll change in a little while, maybe it won't, but it's all fun and games, and giving us an opportunity to get set up with the new setup and have a go. So thanks very much for joining us. Let us know what you think of it, and the fact we can swap between the different views. I'm just going to try a different view now for you, actually, on one of the other cameras that we do have, so let's just see if this works. We've got nothing showing at the moment, so maybe that's not plugged in properly. Let me just give it a little reset, and we'll see, shall we? Let's plug that into there. If that doesn't show anything, I will go back to the main one, I think. Yeah, I'll have a look at that in a moment and just see why that's not working. But what I'll do is I'll just pan the camera around and you can have a look where we are. So just to give you an idea, where we were just looking there, that's Stockport is just down in the valley down there. And then coming round, got Denton out there. We then do get a couple of trees. Oh, there is something just coming out. Let me just see if I can get him for you. This will be a challenge, because something that's changed with the new setup is I don't get a live view myself, so I've got to sort of look at the screen of the new laptop and see it. It's very difficult to see, but I will try and get something for you. There he is. Through the cloud a bit there, so I'm going to lose him. But yeah, something we'll be working on, trying to get better at doing, but I'll just bring the camera back down. So where I was saying, so we've got some trees along our view, a little crow sat here. Bringing it further around, we're looking out over the Ashton area. Just bring it down for you there. Those of you that can see there, the big yellow building, that is of course IKEA. Those of you that have flown into Ringway and coming over this way, you'll have seen that out of the starboard side. So coming further round, we're now coming back round towards the Hattersley Mottram area, which is where the aircraft do fly over on their approach into Manchester normally. So that's where we'd be looking to pick them up. And there's the cenotaph there. I'll just give you a little view of that. quite a prominent feature up on the top of the hill. And that's basically where we are. If we swing all the way around there and look into the valley, you'll see there's Glossop hiding over there in the distance, and the Snake Pass and the tops of the Pennines. But for now, that's not of interest to us, because what we're looking for are the aircraft, of course. There is another one just gone out. He's just gone into a big bank of cloud that's just decided to float above us at the moment. So, the joys of it, the joys. Right. Let's see if we can just pick this one up. There's a little British Airways going out there, not sure where he's going. I will try and find out for you. For those of you that don't know as well, with the down at the airport at the moment, they've got works going on taxiway. I think it's taxiway Alpha. So part of the taxiway is closed. So the aircraft are coming out of the terminal in groups. They are then entering the runway together. They're going back down the runway to the 05 threshold, coming off, and then going back on one at a time to take off. It's it's adding a bit of fun to the pilots and everybody arriving and departing from Manchester. I was fortunate to fly in a couple of weeks back after a little short holiday break, and we landed, and then we had to wait for 3 other aircraft behind us to land before we could backtrack. Right, got another one coming out now. Let's see if we can if I can get this one for you. Just bear with me. Just trying to find him on the finder. Can't find him here. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is, just going into the clouds. That's just Murphy's Law, isn't it? We'll get him as he comes out of the cloud, hopefully. Singapore Airlines, that's nice to see at this time of the day departing. I normally only see them coming in. Nice to get a view of them coming out for once. Let's just bring the camera back round. Hopefully we'll find something else shortly. There we go. Ron's. So on our first broadcast we had Ron with us. Ron, great to have you listening in. Yeah, you've had the Lufthansa to Munich and a Ryanair to Berlin's going next, you reckon? That didn't look like a Ryanair to Berlin to me, mate. I don't know. Let's have a look here. Let's have a quick look, and see what else we've got coming. Just bringing up the old flight radar to have a look, as you can all do. Flight radar 24. A great thing to have. We've also got our scanner going, so we're also just trying to listen into to what's happening around us. Yeah, so the Singapore Airlines there, that was of course the A350, quite distinct, isn't it? And it's looked, it's very stylish nose on it there, on his way to Singapore. Just a short flight that, Dave.
Only a little one.
Only a short flight. It's only just over 12 hours, about 12 hours and 25 minutes.
Easy peasy doing that.
Yeah, how many videos could you watch in that? How films could you watch in that flight? Hey? Excluding meal times. Yeah, so he's just gone out over the Peak District now, so he's climbing up through 7,000 feet, doing a nice small 340 knots. You know, he's not going very fast, is he? I don't know. For those of you that don't know as well, aircraft are limited on their speed below certain heights. That's obviously to make things a little bit nicer for the people on the ground, because they don't want them flying over at immense speeds, making too much noise. So it's they are limited on their speed. That's not an actual speed; it's a pressured speed. So because obviously indicated speed changes the higher up you go. So the speed of sound at sea level is completely different to the speed of sound if you said up at sort of 40,000 feet, or back where Concorde used to fly up at sort of 50-odd thousand feet. You know what? That's just how it is, isn't it? You know, it's that's science for you. If you're interested in that, I suggest having a look on Google or something like that, and you can find some more information about that. So we've got a couple of aircraft that have taxied back down the runway now. They are lining up ready to depart. We've got the shuttle that should be going out shortly. That's just down to London, a very short 20-minute flight that is. By the time he gets up to cruising, he gets about 5 minutes at cruise level and he's starting his descent again. It's it almost doesn't seem worth it, does it? But of course, 5 minutes up there, saving fuel. Use a lot less fuel at the higher levels than they do at the lower levels. So after that, we should actually get one that comes past us then, Dave. We should get, all be well, the Turkish Airlines with their A321, which is actually what I was flying on the other week. Nervous A321. Have I not been? No, I've not mentioned that, have I? No. It was awful. I don't want to go again. No. I miss the freezing cold weather of home. You know, it's disgraceful when you're sort of in the 20 degrees in winter, isn't it? So, yep. So the Turkish Airlines is just lining up on the runway 05 now, 05 left that is. They're landing on 05 right and taking off from 05 left. And what's this? Ron, you've sent me a message. I'm trying to see what you've said. Just bear with me a second, mate. Am I receiving the chat? Yes, I am receiving the chat, but I'm only able to look at it briefly through the camera. And there you go. Just like that, my microphone fell off me. Oh, the joys of live streaming, eh? Live streaming. Who'd do a thing like that? There we go, that's reconnected. Then let's have a look here. I'm just going to have a look at the other camera and see why that didn't stay linked. I don't know if it was a battery issue or not, but it shouldn't be. Let's. I'm just going to give you another quick try of the other camera just to see if this actually does show anything at all this time. So let me just go to there. And is it showing anything this time? No, it's not. How very strange. Well, I guess that camera's not going to be used today then. There you go, Ron. I've replied in the chat for you. You should be able to see that, and hopefully that's worked. Right, let's have a look and see if we can spot the next one coming out. The Turkish Airlines, because he's let's have a look. He is airborne. He's just coming over Stockport. Eyes open, Dave. Where is he? No. Where is he? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he?
Oh, there he is now.
Have you got him now? Have you, Dave? Oh, there he is. Yes, we can see him now. So let's have a look here, see if we can get him for you straight away. There he is. Lost him. I lost him, Dave, in the cloud. Yeah, no, I think we lost him through the cloud mainly, but you know, it's all the fun of live streaming, isn't it? So I don't know if we can still see him there. I can't see my screen at the minute. There he is. There we go. Out into the distance. Right. So we'll bring it back round and wait for the next one to go through. In fact, just while we do that, I'm just going to have to just take the camera off the stand for a moment. So it'll wobble around just for a minute. I just need to, you might get a lot of blue sky for just a second. I just need to just check something very quickly underneath it to tighten up because it's come a little bit loose. There we go. And then we go back into the stand. There we go. Technical issues, eh? They're great. There we go. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look what's happening down there now. What have we got coming out next? Erlingus off to Belfast. So chances are we won't see him where we are because he'll take off and it'll just be an immediate left-hand turn once he gets above 400 foot. Again, one of the conditions again with speed below a certain altitude. They have to go straight ahead off the runway until at least 400 feet off the ground before, as if you mention a SID, that's a standard instrument departure. So they will follow that instrument departure out so that they all stay going the same way for that departure. The controller then knows which way they're going to turn and when they're likely to turn initially before they then head over to different radio, over to departures. So, Aer Lingus, the ATR 72, very common propeller aeroplane that is, into Manchester, very common. He's airborne. Unfortunately we've got a bit of haze out in the towards the airport today. It's just preventing us from actually zooming right in and getting them lifting off the runway, which we would normally be able to do if we had nice clear all the way along. So we've got clear above us, just not in front of us. There we go. In fact, the SID that he's doing obviously requires him to go straight ahead. He's passing 1,500 feet. So we might get a glimpse of him. We might not. We'll have to see. It's eyes to the skies. In fact, he's started his left-hand turn now before he's got even as close as Stockport. So if we do see him, it'll just be a little dot in the distance, just turning, unfortunately. To give you an idea, we're about 8 miles, 7.5 to 8 miles on off the end of the runway here. So obviously, for him, he's now turned. We won't see him, unfortunately, with today's haze. But we're certainly getting the bigger stuff that's heading out to the east, and we'll pick those up and show you them as and when we can. And say, don't forget, if you want to, you can share this stream. Hit the share button on YouTube. Tell everybody about it, you know. Let them know that we're here. There we go. We've even got, if I just bring the camera, got a local rider coming past us here. How lovely is that? Not as fast as the aeroplanes, but hey, that's how we used to get around. Lovely. Let's get back ready in the hope that we get another aeroplane coming our way. Okay, there's not much happening just at the airport at the moment. However, just literally going over the top of us now, we've got a Boeing 777-300 extended range for United Airlines. He's come out of Brussels on his way over to Washington. He's only at 32,000 feet, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. Let me just swing the camera before he disappears into the cloud. Let me just see if I can quickly get him. There he is. And into the cloud. There we go. Just to show you that there are aeroplanes around. They just seem to be deciding not to shut an appearance in with us at the minute. That's not very friendly of them, is it? Ah, well. Let's just tone that down a bit. That's better. I don't know how the sound's coming through to you guys. If you can just let us know in the chat room, that would be amazing. Or if it's you, Ron, just send me a message, mate. I take it you've not had the call to go in yet. So this stream today actually is also a bit of a test. It's a test for us to see how the laptop battery will do on a new little laptop. So we'll just see how we go. We did have, as you know, some technical difficulties as well at the start. So yeah, we'll see. And if we can get an hour and a bit stream out of it, I'll be happy for today. That'd be good. Maybe an hour and a half. And in the future, might even look at I don't know, might have to get a trolley and then a leisure battery and an inverter, and then I can at least have the laptop powered completely to it and last for hours. Then we can literally be up here for all day near enough if the leisure battery is big enough. But yeah, it's Dave's first time up where we are, and I'm sure Dave will tell you what the view's like up here in person.
I can even see my own house from here.
He can see his house from here. Most people come over and go, I can see the pub. No, in all fairness, most people do come over here and go, the first thing they look at and go is, there's IKEA. It stands out so much, it really does. So let's just, yeah. If you've ever been up here, then you'll have to just let us know. Tell us if you've been up. Interested to know. Ron, yes, I am getting your messages, mate, on the screen. Did you get my reply? Yeah, have to let me know, please. Let's have a look. Anything happening at the airport at the moment? I know there's a few going in. Unfortunately, with the haze, we're not able to see them where we are. Again, apologies. The wind was supposed to swing for the stream so that they were going to be coming in past us. Mother Nature has decided she's going to throw us a curveball and not move the wind. So the Sharm el Sheikh EasyJet flight is just backtracking on the runway at the moment, so he should come out past us. There's also another shuttle, British Airways shuttle flight. That's a little A320 that'll go down to London Heathrow. They're just entering to backtrack, and then they'll get down to the bottom, come off just before the end, and the first one will then line up and take off, shortly followed by the second one. Now, if we do have any Canon EOS 7D experts out there who can tell me how to get the live view on the back of the camera as well as through the HDMI output, I'd be very grateful, because that would make my life a lot easier. Yep, so we're still here, and as you can see, quite a bit of cloud coming through at the moment. Big blocks of cloud, and you can see also just behind me, just here off my shoulder, you can see Dave. Give us a wave, Dave. There you go. So we've got the flight radar up. We're having a look at what's moving around. There's an Austrian just landing as well. So the A320 is coming from Vienna. Just a short 2-hour flight for him. Nice that. Just get up, nice cruise, and you're on your way back in. But why would you want to come to Manchester? Well, why not? Lots worse places to be. So let's have a look now. So our EasyJet has backtracked. He's now almost at the end of the runway, and the shuttle, British Airways, he's backtracking down. He'll pull off, and then all be well, the EasyJet will take off and come past us, as he's going to be heading that way, out to Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. Oh, wouldn't mind being on that plane right now. But nah, I'm joking. I'd sooner be here in this beautiful weather that we've got at the moment, chatting to you guys and showing you what's happening as best as we can. Don't forget, obviously, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe to the page. It does help us out. It's the way the algorithms for YouTube works. Listening out on the scanner down here as well for them being cleared to depart. We hear them getting cleared to enter and backtrack. So we should hear a departure any moment. And that will be the EasyJet to Sharm el Sheikh, so we'll see if I can get that for you. Let's go back to just the main camera. Okay, well the EasyJet is boarding. It's over stop point. In fact, I can just see him now. Let's get ready. I'll see if I can get him for you this time. Just turning things so that I can see stuff. There we go. And there he is. So the Lucky Devil's on there, on the way out to Sharm el Sheikh. And he's gone. How about that then, eh? That was a little bit better. We're getting better at this now, slowly but surely. We'll get there. And let's await what else we have coming in. We got anything coming over the top at the moment, have we, Dave? At all? No? Right, okay. So we're going to go out for a little walk after the stream today. We're going to go up over onto the top of Bleaklow, above Glossop, just off the Snake Pass. We're going to go and have a nosy on round the B-29 crash site. The aircraft was called Overexposed. Crashed on a training mission. Just descending through cloud and got their position wrong and just straight into the hillside, unfortunately. Killed all the crew on board. They say back in the World Wars, the Americans had numerous bases over here working with us. I forget which way it was actually going. I think it was heading over towards Yorkshire at the time on its flight. But yeah, it's one of the most well-known crash sites in the area, certainly, and the aircraft overexposed. If you go onto Google Maps and zoom into Glossop area and find the Snake Pass, the A57, follow it all the way up to the top. When you get to the top of the Snake Pass, at the highest point, just look up to the north a little bit, and you'll see Google will label it for you where it is as well. So it's very easy to find. But all I'll just say is, if you are planning to go up there, do make sure you are kitted out. It might look like a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and yes, when the wind is not there, it's nice and warm, but that wind is certainly throwing a chill in the air. Make sure you've got the right footwear on as well, because it's up on the top of the hill. It's very boggy up there, a lot of peat and bogs, so I don't want you getting stuck. I don't want you to have to phone the mountain rescue team out, and I'm sure they don't want to have to come out to get you either. So plan accordingly, dress accordingly, just like we are here, top of a hill. So we've got thick coats on. Got to be done. Let's have a look, see if there's anything moving again for you. The Qatar Airways from Doha. He's just south of us at the moment, going over Holmes Chapel. He's sort of southwest of us at the moment, going over Holmes Chapel on his approach round. He's landing in about 5 minutes. If you are that side of the airport, you'll see that. Right, my spotter Dave, he says, should have Icelandic Air just taken off. Ah yes, 29 Echo on his way to Reykjavik. So he may come past us a little bit, he may not, he may turn, depending on which routing he's taking today. We'll keep an eye on him and just see which way he turns. Normally once they get over Stockport, we've got a chance of spotting them from here today, just with the haze that's out there. Right, in fact I'm just going to have a little drop down and grab something out of my bag. Something that's always very useful to have. If I put this on my camera, it will allow me just to mount my phone on it as well. It's a little hot shoe mount for my mobile. There we go. And he's actually just started turning over Stockport, Dave, would you believe? He's already started turning. So the chances are we won't actually be able to see him clearly enough to put him on the camera. Yeah, no, he's turned fully, so he's obviously looking at heading up the west side today. Yeah, he will, straight up over Bolton probably, yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I blame Mother Nature anyway. It's their fault. They should be landing over us today. They shouldn't be taking off over us. You've got TUI flight going out now, the Dreamliner 800. He's taking off on his way over to Varadero. That's across the other side of the pond. Right, so Dave's got his long lens on his camera. He says you can just make out the tower down at the airport now, so it is clearing a little bit. Ah yes, in fact I can just see the TUI airborne. He's about to go over the top of the tower in alignment, so yes, we can just make them out now. They're just sort of, I'll be honest with you guys, they're not worth trying to put on the camera because there's just sort of a little grey sort of shadow effect basically is all we can see at the moment, but we can just make that out. But it is clearing a little bit, which is good news. All we now need is, as it clears, is for that wind to swing round and they do a runway change. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it, if we could do that? That would make the day. Certainly would. Yeah, and again he's turning before he's getting to us now, so let me see if I can let's have a go. Let me just he's just going there somewhere, I believe. There he is. So that's about 7 miles out he was there, so it is getting better. Let's see if I can I'm going to try and just see if I can get you the airports, but on the tower at least. Yeah, I think the camera's just struggling, but it's basically the tower now. So yeah, it's still a bit hazy out there, but it is clearing a little bit. We'll keep the camera pointing down that way. You never know. Let's get that there for you. I'm just going to do a quick focus check on it, so you'll just get that funny box for a second and it'll disappear again.
Got lapwings floating about, got it?
Ah. I never had you down as a twitcher, Dave.
Ah, you know.
Wrong sort of birds. Oh, what's that high level over the top of us? Let's have a little look here. It's the Delta on his way to Cincinnati from Paris. A330. Let's should we have a little look at that on the camera, shall we, and see what we can do. Let me have a go here. Let's just got to there he is. There he goes. And away, off to the States he goes. Lucky devil, eh? What a beautiful day.
Eddie, come on, let's go. Eddie! Sorry.
We were just getting invaded there by a dog. There we go. Let's see now. There he is, there's the culprit. That's Eddie. Eddie wanted to come and join us on the camera, you see. So there you go, Eddie. You can have your couple of seconds of fame with your friends there. There we go. Let's have a look back out. It's not cleared anymore out towards the airport as far as I can see, but we'll keep trying. We'll give it a bit longer. We're not going to give up just yet. We're not quitters here. There we go. That wasn't bad. Over the top. What height was he at? He was 36,000 feet he was, Dave. Yeah. We've actually got above us now. We've actually got United. It's a Dreamliner 900.
What height's that?
He is up at. Oh, he's still climbing. Would you believe? He's had a level change, so he's just approaching 38,000 feet. He is. Yeah, crikey indeed. On his way out to Denver from London Heathrow. So he's just passing 38,000 feet. Let's have a look and see if we can get him on the camera for you briefly. Bring the camera round. There he is. I'll zoom in on him now. I found him. Yep. Well, we're not seeing much coming out of Manchester, unfortunately, but we're certainly getting a couple of overflights at the moment, which is nice. All heading for the States. Something has just been cleared for takeoff. Let's have a look. Let's bring the camera back. You never know. Right, Dave says there's quite a few taxiing at the moment. Obviously while I'm holding the camera and doing that I can't look at what else is happening. Lovely to have a second pair of eyes available. Let's have a look now, shall we, Dave? I'll look at myself. So we've got shuttle just departing now. Another one off down to London Heathrow on his short 20-minute hop. Pegasus behind that. Istanbul he's off to. And would you believe then it's another shuttle down to London Heathrow. You know, there's quite a few shuttle aircraft that pop to and from London Heathrow and Manchester all day long. It's a flight I have done. I've flown down there to London Heathrow once and then on the return journey back up to Manchester.
It's a long day though, isn't it?
It certainly is, certainly is.
I went to the XL a couple of years ago. My daughter went to an exhibition down there. I flew down there. It was about half an hour.
Flights down to London Heathrow, yeah, it's about 20 minutes. Well, obviously they give you, say, an hour, but when you see flight times and departure times, that's actually gate departure and gate arrival times. So the actual flight time isn't that. So the flight time for London Heathrow, it's about 20. Depends if on the approach, if they have to go wide, they can 25 minutes maybe, but yeah, that's the actual flight time. It's nothing, is it?
Not compared to the 4 hours it takes you to drive.
Yeah, 4 hours to drive or 20 minutes to fly. Yeah, I know which one I'll take. Because you can have a drink as well before you fly. You can't
go to the airport and not go to the lounge.
Well, that's true, yeah. Go to the airport, you've got to go to the lounge, yeah. What light are you looking at there, Dave?
Pretty much right in front of you.
Right, Dave's seeing lights. Oh, I can see what he's on about now. Low down, that's actually the power station and the flame or something. It's refinery or something out there. And it's the flame on the that they have for burning off the excess stuff.
Crikey.
Yeah. Trying to think what it's called. Stanlow.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Stanlow.
Wirral.
Down near Stanlow, near the Wirral, yes. Just to give you an idea, for those that don't know what we're talking about, if you follow the Wirral down to the Wirral and just where the Wirral comes back down onto the main part of the country, there's an oil refinery, big massive oil refinery there. One of the little chimney things, they burn off excess fumes and things, and we can actually make out the flame from that from where we're stood.
It's 40 miles.
Yeah, it's about 40 miles that. So it's crackers, isn't it? You can see a bright flame at 40 miles, but you can't see the airport at 8 miles. It's just the way the haze is. But again, that flame now, I can't see it again. So it's disappeared. So just for that time there, the haze obviously just wasn't as thick in that line. The shuttle up, and Pegasus is coming straight at us. In fact, there it is. Let's have a look. The Pegasus A321. Here he is. Let me just swing the camera up and round. Let's get him up, and there he is. Ooh, just missing him there. There we go. Lovely. That's it, he's into the clouds, so we'll let him go. I do like it when you can get a shot where they're literally just skimming the clouds and it gives you a lovely picture then. Behind him there is the shuttle. In fact, no, it's not. The shuttle has already turned off and he's headed south, obviously down towards London Heathrow. He's gone straight into the sun for us, so not a chance of seeing him. Not a chance at all. For those of you that would like to know, we will be having another stream 2 weeks today is our next planned scheduled stream. Similar time. We're not sure where we're going to be streaming from yet though. We might stream from here again if we've definitely got arrivals coming in over 2-3. But if not, then we might stream from the airport, or we might go somewhere different. One location that's potentially on the cards first time recently.
Love it there, it's brilliant.
He says he loves it.
Get on the mound.
Yep, get on the mound at the Choxaway Diner. Yeah, it's a great place to go. Shout out to them. Great food, great beverages there, and a brilliant view of the airport. It's not just the belugas that go in there. There are you do get some of the private jets going into there. You also they've got the police helicopter base there. Yeah, the owner of Iceland, the food company, he keeps his helicopter there. And what else? You get the RF sometimes come into there, do practice with the Hawks, and you often, once a year, normally, the Red Arrow is actually based out of there for when they're in the area doing displays, and they base out of Chester Harden. Normally it's the Rill Air Show they do that for. Last year, in fact, they were based there, and one of them had a bird strike during the display. And the bird smashed the canopy. Some brilliant photos out there were for that. So, oh, what's that just gone out that we're nearly missing here? It's a Logan Air. It's the Embraer, isn't it? Let me quickly try and spin round onto him. Just trying to find him. He's going to get away from me, isn't he? No, there he is. Well, we saw him very, very briefly. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're too busy talking then. when we should be looking at what's coming up next. How bad are we? I don't know. You can't get the staff, can you?
This is where you need the missus iPad now. This is get flight radar.
Right, so let me just do a little bit of jiggery pokery here. Like that. Right, okay. So I've actually now got my phone that has the flight radar on it. That's now mounted above the camera, so I can actually see what's happening out here. So what have we got here? We've got Tap Express that's backtracked. He'll be taking off next. He's off to Lisbon. So again, chances are he will not come past us, unfortunately, today. Because his route would normally see him turning southbound immediately after departure. I don't know. Well, all I can do is apologise for Manchester Airport not sending the planes our way today very much. It's just, they're just not playing ball, are they? Right. I'm going to shut up for just a minute because I'd like to have a little brew. I will be back with you shortly. Well, it's we're still here, and we're hoping that you're all still there, out there. And there is another one just about to depart from the airport. It's the Sun Express. What was I saying there? The Sun Express aircraft. Let's just have a double check here. It's the 737 MAX 8. And that's heading over to Turkey, to Antalya, another lovely destination. If you've not been to Turkey, Antalya is a lovely area. I've had the fortune to fly and have a little holiday a week out there. So I can highly recommend the area. Very friendly people. Get yourself into the old town though. And down around the harbour, absolutely lovely, really is. So again, I can just make out the tower down at the airport in the distance, and our Sun Express is airborne. So we are looking for it. First thing I will be able to see from my perspective is probably a little bit of shadow against the clouds silhouetted. And in fact I've got him now. I can see him with my eyes. So we'll get the camera ready. And he's let's have a look. You'll have to let me know if you guys can see him. I'm just trying to get the exact points he's on for you. He's about there somewhere. There he is. And he's turning over us. Look at this. Zoom out a little bit just to help. And he's right over the top of us. I'm going to struggle to follow him now. But there we go. So that's the Sun Express on his way to Antalya. Lucky him. I'll pop the camera back looking out that way. There we go. And we'll see if anything else comes through. We are going to stay with you, all being well, until the A380 departs. It's due to depart just after 1 o'clock, and once he's gone past, because he will go straight out past us, guaranteed every single time on this runway. He goes out straight past us because he comes straight in this way when we're on the other runway, we're on 2-3. But on 05 he will take off and go straight past us, climbing out, and then once he's cleared past us, we will be closing the stream down for the day and going for a little wander up onto the tops of the hills.
Yeah.
Another hill.
Yeah, another big hill.
Yeah, another big hill. You never know, I might put a little video up, some pictures of overexposed. So if you'd like to see that, just drop us a comment, let us know, and I'll sort out a little short. You never know, I might even just do a mini stream from up there on the mobile. So just have to wait and see. Let's have a look here. Anything else happening at all? I can see Grip 1 down there, one of the ground vehicles at the airport. In fact, what's he up to? Grip 1 is he's down at the engine testing bay next to the airport viewing park. Wonder what he's up to. Who knows? There we go, got something going over the top of us again here. Let's have a little look. It's another American Airlines going over the top of us on his way to Phoenix. Another Boeing 777. Let's just see if I can find him for you. There you go. Let's some lovely contrails today with them. Some nice crisp cold air and the hot engine exhaust coming out. Basically just like you get when you boil a kettle. I know it's a very basic explanation for it, but yeah. Hot gassed water. There we go. In fact, if I just come out a little bit, so where he is, if I just got another two on their way to the States out there. And he's going to go straight through the gap in a second. If we look, there he comes. How about that, eh? 3 for 1. 3 aircraft, 1 shot. Hey, red arrows can eat their hearts out. Look at that. The only difference is these guys only do white smoke. And it disappears very quickly. But there we go. Right, let's have a look round. Back down towards the airport. Let's have a little zoom in. I'm trying to see, guys, if I can actually get the tower for you. There's the tree. The tower, would you believe it, is somewhere just out there. In fact, there it is. Right in the middle of the screen now. You can just make out a faint black structure. That's the control tower down at the airport. As we can see that, I'm going to lock the camera in there, and you know, you might see something, you might not, but we'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully we'll get the Airbus coming out in about half an hour to 40 minutes. The Airbus should come out, and once he's gone past, then that will be the end of today's stream. I should actually just put up a very big shout out and thank you to Dave, who's with me, because one of the issues that we had was getting the hotspot to tether with the laptop off the mobile, and for some reason mine has decided it's going to stop working when we got up here. Everything worked fine at home, got up here and it stopped connecting. The laptop wouldn't connect to the mobile phone for the internet, so Dave very kindly has popped his hotspot on, and we're tethered to Dave's phone today.
Something for you to do in it over the next few days.
Oh, that is it, yeah. Find out what the problem is and get it sorted. You know, it might be that I have to sort of bite the bullet and get another SIM card for the laptop as well. well, like I say, the laptop I've got does have the ability to put a SIM card into it, so I might have to look at going down that sort of contract sort of thing, and then at least I can connect direct off the laptop.
That'd be better, wouldn't it?
It's an option. Then it frees up the phone, doesn't it? Keeps the phone free. So yes. Oh, what have we got above us? Who is it then, Dave? Come on. Who is it? What is it?
Not got a clue, mate.
He's not got a DJ clue, has he, eh? I don't know. I was going to say, you can't get the staff these days whatsoever. I think it's an Air Canada, I reckon that is. Just a quick glance over the top of us. Yeah, it's Air Canada. And another 777-300 extended range on its way to Toronto. I will swing the camera for you guys there with me. So there's that cloud. There he is. And just behind the cloud again. We got him just before he disappeared, so yeah. Come on then, Dave, here's a challenge for you. What's that one up there?
That's the sun.
No. Oh, he thinks he's funny, lady. That's the sun, he says. I know we don't see it that often here in England, so your recognition of that, I'll grant you that. But we've got something. We'll have to find out what it is. Let me zoom out a little bit to find it. There we go. Oh, that wind has picked up a bit. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic, because I do have one of those lovely fuzzy things over the microphone to try and counter the wind. But it is rather breezy up here and a bit chilly. I don't think Dave can find out what it is. You tell me, Dave. Apparently he thinks it could be a Tunisian. Tunis to Montreal. It's going the wrong way for Montreal though. Well, not to worry, eh? As we said, Dave is quite new to this, so that was actually a Lufthansa that we were looking at there on its way to Frankfurt from Dublin. It's an A320, 5-year-old aircraft. If you're interested, registration Delta Alpha India November uniform. He's up at 37,000 feet. Oh, he's only doing 441 knots over the ground. Go. Nah, pretty fast, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty fast, eh? Put it this way, my car can't go that fast. Let's have a look now. Let's have a quick catch up on what's happening down at the airport. What have we got here? That's one that's just landed. The Ryanair's just landed. I think, yeah, coming in from Valencia. All those people coming back off a holiday to this. It's not bad actually, is it? No. Yeah. If you do like good views, ladies and gentlemen, I can recommend the top of Werneth Low. Lovely walking area. The views on a clear day, you can see along the North Wales coast from up here. Really is that good. So the Ryanair has just been handed over from tower to ground after landing for his taxi instructions into his gate. And there's a Ryanair just requested pushback. So that'll be pushback and start. if you're not 100% au fait with the expressions, do let us know in the chat room. We can try and go into them a little bit more for you if it's something that interests you. And starting with pushback, obviously the aircraft is parked nose in towards the terminal. Pushback, so a special vehicle comes up, grabs hold of the front wheels, lifts them up, and then pushes the aircraft back away from the terminal building. Normally turns them a little bit as well, and then obviously you heard start. So push back and start. So they'll push back and they get cleared to start their engines. Sounds almost a bit like the old Grand Prix, that, doesn't it? Gentlemen, start your engines. So while they start up their engines one at a time, obviously, the tug at the front will then disconnect and move away, so that once they're started and they get taxi instruction, they can then start moving under their own steam. One of the funny things is how do you know which engine they're going to start first? Be it one on the left or the one on the right, assuming you've got two.
Oh yeah.
Which one would you start first?
I go with the left one.
It actually depends on the aircraft as well.
Oh, right.
It depends which side's got things, generators and things off the engines to do certain things. So you'd start one normally first. If some aircraft are kitted the same either side, and then they just go off odd days, they'll start one side, even numbered days they start the other side. So on the first of the month they'd start one side, on the third they'd do that one, on the fifth they'd do that one, and that way they even up the engine life as well. You even find your smaller twin engine propeller aircraft do that as well. And it's all to do just trying to keep an even wear on the engines. Just listening on the radar, we've got a little bit of, we're picking up Manchester Barton. So the all grass airfield just to the west side of Manchester. Used to call it City Airport, didn't they nowadays? And there's the heliport there.
It's known as Bolton. It's always Barton.
It's always been Barton to me as well. That's it, isn't it? So again, another location where there's a police helicopter based.
Yeah.
Part of the NPAS group. That's the National Police Air Service. And at the side of where they actually have their little base, there's the heliport for the Helimed. So they've got the air ambulance based out there as well.
Yeah.
And lots of flight schools there. Both helicopter and fixed wing flight schools there.
Microlights.
And microlights, yes, there's microlights there as well, aren't there now? Yes. Another good location to go to occasionally. And say I know there's been a bit of a break recently because of a grounding of the Ospreys, but occasionally for a refuel, you always know when they're definitely coming because there's a big tray of Greggs turns up because they come in for the Greggs. And got one's just taken off. He's turned out though, so he's not going to be an easy one for us to show for you today. Just so you're aware, it's the EasyJet that's just taken off. He's on his way to Tenerife, or as I affectionately call it. So obviously being EasyJet, it's the A320. Let's see if I can find out how old this one is, if it's a young aircraft or not. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. Yeah, fairly young. It's only a 4-year-old airframe, that. So I know I've not mentioned this yet very much at all, but I recently went on holiday, Dave. And the aeroplane that I've not mentioned that, have I? No. Well, not for the last half an hour anyway. But the aircraft we flew out on was brand new. Well, I say brand new, it had been in service for about a month. That was it. Oh yeah, it was beautiful. With Jet 2. That was the Airbus A321neo. Yeah, it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You could tell it was that new because everything on board was pristine still. It hadn't had all the kids jumping up and down all over it yet, so yeah, it's not done a proper holiday season. No, it hasn't. Although quite amazing. I mean, I know it was the half-term holidays. I didn't think it'd be as busy as it was.
Oh, really?
Where we went, and the aircraft didn't have a single empty seat on it. I'd hoped there was an empty one at the very front, but you know. Although I did get to go and sit up in the front when we got to destination.
Saw your pictures.
Aye.
Pictures of coming down there.
Yeah. And unusual as well was the fact, well, not unusual, but not very often you see this, but there was actually 2 captains flying. 2 captains. And the reason being is because the captain in the left seat was only his 5th landing on an actual passenger flight with that aircraft, because it was an Airbus. He's just transitioned over from Boeing aircraft. So he's gone from having a great big yoke in front of him between his legs, to a little side stick. So it's complete change for him.
It's like,
Yeah.
completely changed.
So yeah, he did very well, I have to be honest with you. There's the old joke about if it's a smooth landing, the captain did it, and if it's not very smooth landing, then the first officer must have done it, you know, in the right seat. And I have to be honest with you, it was a very nice landing. Considering it was only his 5th one, it was a very smooth one. You do get some airlines where you don't call them landings, you just call them arrivals, because they use up every inch of the oleo on the landing gear that it's got. Yeah. I think they like to call those firm arrivals, don't they? Firm landings, you know, it's down and it's staying down. Oh no, it was a pretty good greaser. Yeah, he really did well, so very impressed with that one. Well, it's gone a bit quiet again, that's why we're just doing a load of talking. I know it's boring for you listening to our mundane tones. I'm keeping an eye on the radar, waiting for the A380 to power up, and that will give us a good indication that he's going to be heading out. We hope he's on time.
Got a Virgin Atlantic on the ground.
What's that we say, Dave? We've got something.
Virgin Atlantic's just come up,
Oh yes,
and then you've got
these aircraft at the airport that have turned on, so they're being pushed back and starting and things like that. So
one's just coming out. Aer Lingus.
yeah, he's. I think he's taxied out and taxied back in again by the looks of him. Or is he departing? Oh no, he's just departing, isn't he? Yes, he's on his way out. Sorry. It's because you've not got the map that you're using on yours. Dave's not got like a Google Map view at the moment on his, so it's just grey and black.
On the basic dark.
The very basic dark map, so you can't see the runways. I hope the pilots can see the runways though.
Oh yeah, you'd like
Yeah. Oh, there you go. The wind's died right off, and it's now lovely again.
This one here's been sat here for ages. Not moving anywhere.
Yeah, Dave's looking at one that's got power, and I think actually they're doing some engine checks on that one there, Dave.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Yeah, I think it's slightly moved over. It's actually on the engine running bay next to the visitors park.
Got a Lufthansa coming out.
Obviously, we're waiting for the big one though. That's what we really want to get out.
It's not come up yet. Keep my eye on it.
Dave's got to keep his eye out and looking out for that as well. So you've got 2 people looking for 1 aeroplane.
So what's the script with the Ospreys?
The Ospreys at the moment, they were grounded after a crash.
Yeah, parts failure.
Yeah, so until they were sure that they were safe at the moment, and they all have to go through rigorous checks for the parts that have had issues, they basically just grounded the fleet, just grounded the lot. Apparently that's all, those checks are done. They are now flying again in America, and I think over here again within the next couple of weeks, all being well, they'll be airborne again.
Just wants to tick off my list a little bit. I've not seen one.
Yeah, Dave wants to see the Ospreys flying through the Mach Loop. I've seen one in the Mach Loop just as it exited.
It's a bit late that.
We were at a location called Cad East. It's the famous sort of valley bit where they fly through, and in the approach to there's also an exit point towards the lake, and one flew through and straight out, exiting the loop, which was a shame. Would have been nice if it had turned left and headed straight through us, through the Cads, but it didn't. Didn't miss it, but didn't get a close-up of it.
That initiative.
It was about a 3 mile close-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 mile closer than that.
So it's 3 miles closer than he's been. Well. Let's have a look at what's taxiing out at the moment. So, what have we got here? My fingers have stopped working on the mobile app here. So we've got the Lufthansa to Frankfurt, A320. Oh, it's Daisy. That's the registration. Delta Alpha India Zulu Yankee Daisy. A 10-year-old aircraft. Still young by aircraft standards. And the Austrian Airlines to Vienna. The A320 there. That one, age for that aircraft is, and it literally says this, brand new. On the Austrian. If you click on the Austrian on it, and then scroll up, go for the more info there. I'm just trying to show Dave where it is. Maybe. You're not registered, are you?
No.
Yeah, it only shows up for that.
Right, I'll have to get on it then, won't I?
If I just, though their age, you need to unlock it, you see.
Yeah.
You have to. Dave's cheap, he hasn't got a subscription. But if he walks over to mine, and he'll see, just here, it says age, brand new. It was May 2023, so it's not brand new. It's it's new to them. It's new airframe. It's not. It's basically what that means. It's less than a year old.
Yeah.
When you get brand new, it's less than a year old.
Just starting to come a bit more clear up there now, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah. Maybe the sun's burning off the haze a little bit over near the airport. Let's have a look. Just trying to get the camera lined up for you guys. It's still a bit hazy out there. So you can see there's a big sort of blocky shadow thing to the right there, just to the right side of it, but then just to the left of that you can make out the tower, just. Only just, but you can see it. In fact, yeah, no, it's dropped onto it. It's not where I thought I'd pointed it. I need to come up a little bit from where it's let's have a look there and see if you can see it now. Have I got it? Yeah, you can see it just at the top of the screen. You can just make out the control tower. So let me just try and raise you up a little bit more. Let's have a look there. Yeah, you can just make out, and I mean just. It keeps coming and going a little bit in the middle there. If you see something move there, ladies and gentlemen, let us know. So we've got the Virgin aircraft flyer that's taxiing out. Behind that we've also got Norwegian 737-800 to Oslo. He's taxiing out as well. We've got quite a few high levels going over the top of us at the moment, Dave, I think. There's one or two. And we've just been joined by a Dalmatian. Hello. Oh. Hey. Yeah, I hope you like dogs if you come up here. It's interesting what you hear on the scanners sometimes, I think. I don't know if you heard that, Dave. They were just told to squawk a different code and basically head off to hand over to Wharton.
To Wharton?
Wharton, yeah. So that's obviously up past Preston, on the way out towards Blackpool, home of the Hawk.
Yeah.
BAE Wharton. Oh, what's this just taken off that we're nearly missing here? Oh, that's the Lufthansa, isn't it? I can't see the screen on my computer to get him for you. Let's try that again, shall we? There he goes. I get him just as he hits the cloud, Dave, eh? How bad's that? And it's a big bank of cloud coming over us, so sorry about that. So I was... You see, that's, ladies and gentlemen, is why I asked you to shout me if you saw anything. But yeah, we do have a couple coming out now, so I'm going to be ready for the next ones. Got the what have we got then? We've got the Austrian A320, that's the brand new one, less than a year old. He's backtracked, he's going round. It's weather. Might backtrack another one before that. Yeah, they're going to backtrack a couple actually, Dave. The Norwegian's backtracking out. The Virgin's going to be backtracking out now as well. So he'll actually hold at the end before he goes. He'll wait for them to backtrack and that. But then we'll get 3 departures in relatively quick succession. I take it. Still no sign of the A380 turning on?
No, nothing yet.
No, probably won't see anything until sort of after the hour for him.
What time did you out?
So gate time was 1:10
That's 4 or 5 minutes.
How far?
4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5? 4:05.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Are you sure? It's not just me being deaf. Dave said he's blaming it on his Oldham accent. Which is not an excuse. My fault, I wasn't listening properly.
I'm used to that.
Say again?
I almost was.
Oh dear. Gotta have a good bit of banter. Do you know what's funny though, Dave? Looking out towards Oldham, it has cleared up your way,
Oh yeah.
over there.
You see right over the other side of the hill now.
You can see Rochdale as well. The good thing is from up here is that we can't see work, because there's trees in the way.
That's the only good thing about it. Keep that way now.
Okay, I've just heard a clear for takeoff. That is going to be the Austrian. He's just been granted clearance, and we've got a lot of people just turned up behind us at the cenotaph.
I think he's going to go over Bollington way.
Dave seems to think he's going to turn southbound and head down and out that way. I agree, he probably will do, but we might get him. It depends where he gets to before he turns southbound. It all depends. But he is now lined up on the runway, and doing his final checks, and then bring the throttles up on the throttle quadrant to take off power. Right, let's have a look. Is he moving yet? Not yet. He's still at the end of the runway though. He's got a distance of 782 nautical miles to his destination. So that's about an hour and a quarter of flying for him. Notice that wind's come back again. It is backing. Unfortunately, it's not backing enough for a runway change. But I'll be honest with you, we don't want the runway change now, because if they change runways, we won't see anything go out. We won't get the A380 going out. So let's all hope that we keep that as it is for today. It's not been obviously it's not been what we'd hoped for with the we're called 2-3 approach. We like to see things coming in on the approach, not departing out of the approach. Our approach end anyway. So that's it. The Austrian has tootled down the runway, shall we say, building his speed up and rotating to get airborne. He is now airborne. So we are eyes out, looking for him now. I'm not sure whether it's my eyes seeing things, but I thought I saw a bit of a shadow moving. But I will pick him up as he gets closer. There's a big bank of cloud out to the west of us as well beyond the airport, which just makes it even a little bit harder to spot them as they climb out. Yeah. If this was night time, we wouldn't have an issue, because the lights would show up straight away.
He's still aiming straight at us.
We are still looking out in the direction of the airport, trying to spot him. As he gets closer, we'll pick him up with the camera and then track him past us.
Hey.
How do?
Taking pictures of.
Okay, we've actually managed to spot him now, how I did a second ago. Just going to pick him up again when I can spot him. So if you just bear with me. There he comes now. Just trying to find out. Okie dokie. I'll have to miss him for a second, ladies and gentlemen, because I've just got to do a little tech point work on the camera. So just bear with me just a second. It's sod's law that the battery decides to die just as you get a decent airframe over the top of you, isn't it? So let me just there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should be back up. We are. Okay, so apologies we didn't get to see the Austrian. That's just Murphy's Law that the battery decided to conk out right at the wrong point for us. So we will get the next one that coming out will be the Virgin, and we'll see what we can get for the Virgin. I'll be back with you in just a second. Oh, in fact, we've got the Norwegian just coming past us here. Let me see if I can just get him for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just as he disappears through the cloud, unfortunately, but there he goes. Let's see if we can spot the Virgin instead. Ah, I've got him now. Let's. He's already turning. There he is. Where's he off to, Dave? Did we say? He's off to Atlanta, Georgia. Very nice. Lucky people, eh? That would be beautiful. Well, left-hand turn out there, ready to climb up. He'll get a handover from Manchester shortly to Shannon. And then he'll be off to all the way over the pond. Beautiful. It's a shame they turn out so quickly when they're heading out that way, but that's just how it goes. In fact, the airport's coming into view a bit. Let's see if I can... Let me have a little look here. It's still a bit hazy out there for the camera. There it is. Oh, just dropped there while I try and just tighten off. A little bit of a breeze coming through, ladies and gentlemen. It's just twitching the camera a little bit. Let me just there we go. So we can make out the airport now with the camera a little bit. In the haze still, but you can see the control tower there at the right hand side towards the bottom of the screen, and to the left of that you can just make out some of the buildings and things around. So it's still a bit hazy out there. It's coming and going, so yes. Well, it looks like the A380 is going to be a little bit late going out.
Yeah.
How are we doing for time, Dave? Are we still okay?
20 past 1.
20 past 1, so he's already 10 minutes late from pushback.
There's another version going to New York.
Ooh.
That's just switched out.
Well, and say one thing that we will do throughout the year, when we get more into the summer, we get those lighter evenings. I'll come up here again for the approach, and we'll get the Airbus going in from our right to our left and down to the airport. We'll get the nice evening sun on it as well, all being well. We've got Ryanair taxiing out backtracked at the moment. Where's he off to? He's off to Agadir. 1,416 nautical miles away, a 737-800. It's an older one, that one is. That's a 17-year-old aircraft. But yeah, off to Agadir down Morocco. There's also an EasyJet taxiing out. It's another A320-200. He's a 5-year-old airframe. He's off to Hurghada. It'll take about 2 hours, 2,240 nautical miles. Unfortunately for us, the sun has now gone behind a cloud, and it's actually quite cold when that sun disappears. Well, we're still here. I think there was a little glitch just happened with YouTube there, and it just dropped out, but then got going again. So if that happens again, just give us a shout, let us know, please. The A380 is running a little bit late. It's looks like it's about 15 minutes, 20 minutes behind schedule at the moment, so it's got a new estimated time of, well, now. Don't forget that when they put these times up, that's gate departure time, so the time that they close the gate for the aircraft to then be pushed back. So we're hoping to see him pop up on the flight radar in the next 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes or so. Unfortunately, if he doesn't pop up in that time, then we will unfortunately have to finish ourselves for our stream today. So fingers crossed that that they're getting out soon. Just looking across now, the haze has come right back in, so as you can see on the camera there, you can only just make out the tower, bit of a shadow of the tower there. So fingers crossed, and yeah, we've got everything crossed. But come those nice warmer evenings as well, I'll be up here and we'll get the A380 going, coming in past us, heading into the airport. Lovely at that view, you get to see it come through, put its gear down, put its flaps down, and we'll follow it all the way down to the airport. But for now, let's just go back to the main view, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, come the hour, cometh the big beast of the A380. It's just up on flight radar now. It's being pushed back off the stand. So hopefully he doesn't get held up on start and then backtrack.
There's 2 more.
So all being well, we will be getting the A380 out very shortly.
Yeah, there's a Virgin coming down.
Oh, we've also got a Virgin backtracking there. Yep, okay. And an EasyJet. The Virgin's the JFK Flight A330-300. He's backtracking currently. There's also an EasyJet that's waiting to backtrack off. In fact, 2 EasyJets there waiting to enter and backtrack. One's now entering.
Where's he going?
That's the Reykjavik. Is it? Oh no, Marrakesh flight. Marrakesh, beautiful.
That was going to Geneva.
And the Geneva flight, lovely. And there we go. You can see the
There's the big
Emirates there. Yes, he's been pushed back, so they'll be disconnecting off him, and then he will be starting up all 4 of his engines. And he has a pretty short taxi out to the runway from his stand. Obviously, where the stand that the Airbus A380 goes on at Manchester, it's the closest one to the taxiways as well, because just for space, it's just easier to put it on the end there in the Terminal 2, and boom, all set up with its multiple air bridges. You won't be able to hear this on the camera, but we've got some people chatting off behind us, you know, the dog walkers. But above us, we're getting the song of the Skylarks. There's quite a few Skylarks. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I was always told that with Skylarks, they climb up, fly up silently, they get to the top, and then they sing all the way back down. I don't know how true that is. Maybe somebody out there can tell me.
To be fair, it's a bit like Cad West, that one. I don't say a word all the way up Cad West and all the way down.
Yeah, Dave's just saying Cad West is a bit like that. Say the birds climb up silently and then descend, making all the noise. And Cad West, it's quite a steep climb up, hike up with all your gear. It really is. I wasn't used to it, so. You know, next time I think I might get maybe about 5 paces further before my legs turn to jelly, and
At the end of the year, you'll get to the top now.
yeah, by the end of the year, after you've done it about 20 times, you get used to it. Although we did see there was a guy who went up while it's still pitch black, tiny little rucksack on his back, and he ran up the hill, and it's just like, good God, man!
He was up there in quick time.
I think he must have. I think he was half rabbit or something. You know. Either that or his backpack maybe was filled with helium,
Yeah, there must
and
be
it just made it so much easier for him. Yeah. Let's have a look then.
So 380 is still where it was.
So just yeah, the 380 is still where he was after his pushback, but that's because he'll be starting his engines. And have you seen which A380 it is, Dave?
No.
This will make Dave very happy. He's about to get a nice big smile on his face.
Oh, is it the livery?
It's that one, yes. It is the beautifully multicoloured livery. The be part of the Magic livery, this one.
Not the usual one.
Body. And the lens I'm running is also a 152-600 lens. I'm running is also a 152-600 lens. You know, good lenses for this sort of thing. So yeah, it gives us the range to be able to see things. And of course, being on a more.
I've not got that. It'd be in full frame.
Oh yeah, Dave, I forgot you're full frame, aren't you? So you are what the frame, what the lens says it is. Yeah, so you are 150-600.
But
Yeah.
I switch to the 300S.
You could change your body, couldn't you, and then go crop like me? Yes, yeah. That's all technical stuff, though, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. And if you didn't know and don't want to know, well, there you go. You don't. You can just forget everything you've just heard.
Right, it's on the move now.
Okay.
380's on
The A380 is now on the move. There's a Ryanair just taking off, I think. Oh no, EasyJet, sorry, just taking off. Then there's the Virgin to take off, and then the A380 will be should get clearance to enter and backtrack. So 2 to go out, and then all being well, it'll be the A380. So the Virgin is turning on to the end of the runway now. One might say he's Virgin on the edge of getting out of here. Yeah, very, very bad.
Have you had many flying overs today? Only 1, 2 in a bit.
I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Virgin is in the air now. He's on his way to, where was it he was going? He was going to JFK today, isn't he? Yes. That's the 11-year-old Airbus A330-300. He's what's he at now? Let's have a look for you. A short distance of 2,904 miles is his flight, and he's just passing 1,500 feet off the ground. It's quite a departure. In fact, I can see him with my bare eyes, just. Or can I? Am I just seeing things? No, I can see him, and he is just starting his left-hand turn. Oh, I will try and get the camera on him for you. Just bear with me for a second. So, I'm just going to. I'm just trying to find him on the camera because he's so far out. Is that him there? No. He's just mixing with the cloud at the moment. It makes him very difficult to spot him. Because of his colour scheme, he just merged in with the clouds so easily there at the. So never mind. We will get. We'll get him sometime. Here's the good news then. The Airbus A380 is backtracking now. He's just entering to backtrack.
He'll be the next one, won't he?
So he should be the next one out. And incidentally, he'll be our last one out for the stream. It has definitely become very hazy out there again. So Barton sound like they're quite busy. Certainly is a lovely day for people to get out and have a fly. I'm just looking at a dog here, sorry. A beautiful snow white Samoyed.
She's trying her hardest to get a pot.
And I think she's trying her hardest, yes she is, trying to get a lovely photo of it. Maybe you should go and offer your services, Dave.
I'm not good with the camera.
We all heard that live from Dave, he's no good with a camera. Ah dear.
Never work with pets.
well, they say never work with children and animals, you know. And on the lead up to Christmas, I do a photo shoot at the local raw feed shop for the animals, for the dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
And some people bring their youngest kids in with them and say, "Can I have a photo of the dog with the kid with the backdrop?" So I literally go against the grain and I do photographs of children and animals and together. It can be fun. It can be rewarding as well when somebody turns up with 9 sort of 8-week-old, 10-week-old puppies and says, "Can you photograph these?" Well, they did that last time. That was an hour's worth of photograph of work, that was. But it's rewarding. The photos were gorgeous. So were the puppies, actually, but you know. Well, in fact, there you go. The tower has come into quite good view again for us. And let's have a look now. Yep. So the A380, just an update. He's pulled off the runway now. So it takes him on back onto Taxiway Alpha. The reason they're doing this is because Taxiway Alpha is closed part of it for some big maintenance works on it. So to get past it, they have to use the runway. Now, so you can't use the runway when somebody's taking off on it. So they tend to sort of backtrack a few down to the start and pull them off back onto Taxiway Alpha where it's still open towards the arrival end. And then they let them go and then do the same again every so often, just let a few new ones taxi back ready for departure. But we are now moments away from the A380 actually being given takeoff clearance. We are listening on the scanner as well, so hopefully we will hear that for you and let you know. What we're listening for is Emirates 73 Juliet call sign. So if you hear Emirates 73 Juliet at all, or 73 Juliet, just that's the bit you're listening for, the 73 Juliet. So this is going to be my big test of the day. Oh, she's getting some photos of the Samoyed in front of the cenotaph now. It's lovely. Got something, yeah. Lovely. Okay. Okay, I think he's just been given clearance.
Yeah, he's lining up now.
So he's lining up. So any moment he will depart. Now this is probably the one aircraft that we will be able to see from where we are as he lifts up. There's a little bit of haze, can just make out the tower, but he should be quite obvious for us to spot. Okay. He won't be going just yet, sorry, because there's another aircraft backtracking at the moment. What's backtracking at the moment? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a TUI. It's the Banjul TUI flight. That's a 737 MAX 8, 5 years old. He's about to pull off the runway and back onto Taxiway Alpha. So once he's vacated, then we will definitely get the clearance for departure. There we go. There's the clearance now. Did you hear that? 73 Juliet, cleared to take off, clear departure. So any time now we will see him move on the radar, and then it'll be eyes to the skies. And he's up. Yep, we can see him. I can't see that. There we go. Hopefully I'll be able to see it a bit better now for the screen to be able to help you guys see him. Just got to get me bearings quickly. There's the tower. He's directly above. There he is. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the A380. It's just got a little bit windy up here, but the sun's coming out, so there we go. Oh, keep losing him a bit there. There you go. And we've lost him into the cloud now, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone. What I will do is I will spin this round and I will try and get him a little bit as he exits the cloud. Here he comes. Let's just find him. There he is. And more cloud. Like we said, it's a bit of a cloudy day up there at the moment. There's lots of big clouds. We'll just hang on a second. Here he comes again. And away. There we go. And there we go. So there we go. We finally got to see the A380 from all the way up here at Werneth Low. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed what we've been able to show you. I'm just going to spin that camera back round quickly towards the airport for now, just while I sort out my last little bits. But yes, so we're going to be ending the stream here. We've got other bits and pieces to be doing now this afternoon, but yeah. From us, thanks very much for joining us. It's great to have you along. I know we're new at doing this, but you know, time will see us get better at it, more accurate, and next time we'll hopefully Mother Nature will play ball and we'll get them coming in past us, so we'll get a lot more for you to see. So it's a great place to be up here when they are on 2-3. Unfortunately today they've stayed on 0-5. That's just the way it is. But yeah, so keep your eyes on the channel. We're definitely doing a stream 2 weeks today. Be similar, probably another lunchtime stream. So we'll try and get the A380. Might be a little bit earlier, get the A380 coming into the airport, certainly in part of that. And we hope you'll join us then in 2 weeks' time. And keep your eyes out. There might be some little short clips coming in the meantime. But from me, thanks very much. And again, thanks, Dave.
Cheers, thank you.
There he goes. Okay, guys, that's us. Thanks very much. We will see you all very soon.